Growth hormone, okay? Growth hormone, this is the most abundant hormone which is being synthesized by anterior pituitary, okay? And then this, your growth hormone, they stimulate your growth and division of the body cell, okay? That is why, especially this growth hormone, they stimulate division of your cells in the bone and your skeletal system, okay? So body growth in response to the secretion of growth hormone is evident during childhood and adolescent. And the secretions of growth hormone maintain the mass of the bones and skeleton muscle, okay? So that is why the child, when we sleep, growth hormone are produces more in the night time, okay? So that is why with the child, your aunties, your sisters, your mothers, your grandmom used to say, child used to sleep a lot, okay? So they grew in this time. So that is why, because growth hormone are produced more in the night time, okay? So that is why the baby used to sleep a lot, okay? Why? For the body growth, okay? In response to the secretion. Now it also regulates the aspects of metabolism in many organs, okay? So growth hormone is stimulated by your growth hormone releasing hormone, okay? GHRH hormone, which is also known as the somatostatin, okay? I think I have discussed this part already. Growth hormone is secreted greater at the night during sleep and is also stimulated by hypoglycemia. Now prolactin also we have discussed. Now let's go to the luteinizing hormone, okay? So what do you mean by gonadotropin? Okay, just before puberty. What do you mean by puberty? Puberty is your teenage, okay? Just before puberty, two gonadotropin, okay? Your sex hormone are secreted, okay? That is by the anterior pituitary gland. There is luteinizing hormone, okay? Luteinizing hormone releasing hormone, also known as the gonadotropin hormone. These luteinizing hormone releasing hormone are also known as the gonadotropin releasing hormone, okay? These hormones at the puberty promote mature function of the reproductive organ, okay? So when you reach puberty, all your reproductive organ, okay, your suppose in a girl, we there is maturation of your breast, okay, maturation of your reproductive organ. In male, there is a proper maturation of the male reproductive system, all right? So what are the hormones that are responsible for this, okay? So the two hormones are responsible both in male and female, okay? They are follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, all right? Remember this, okay? Rising hormones of this luteinizing hormone and follicular stimulating hormone, they promote the maturation of the reproductive system, okay, both in male and female. So let's see the follicle stimulating hormone. Okay, in female, it regulates the development of the sex organ in female, development of the immature ovarian follicle from the ovary. Okay, your ovary release eggs every month. So in female, this follicle stimulating hormone, they develop, they mature your ovary or the ovum. Okay, it secretes estrogen and progesterone during menstrual cycle. All right. In male, initiation of spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is the process of producing sperm. Okay, so I may ask you in your exam also, okay, what is the function of follicular stimulating hormone? Then your answer should be, in female, it regulates the development of sex organs in female, okay, the immature the development of matured ovarian follicle or ovum. And it secretes, number 2 point, it secretes estrogen and progesterone during menstrual cycle. All right. In male, initiation of spermatogenesis, okay, this should be you to answer. It might comes in 2 marks also, okay? Remember, okay, follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, which is also known as a gonadotropin, okay, produced by your anterior pituitary gland. Okay, let's come to the luteinizing hormone. So in female, it helps in ovulation, maintenance of corpus luteum, and secretion of progesterone. Okay, they are the female sex hormone. In even male, it produces testosterone. All right. So the follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone are very important because they mature the reproductive organs in both male and female. Okay, next come to the thyroid gland. uh, Thyroid gland we have discussed already in the thymus, okay? So, and you can see from the picture there are thyroid gland, and on the sides of the thyroid gland there will be 4 pair organ. They are the parathyroid glands, okay? And you can see your thyroid cartilage here. There are some arteries and veins here. You see your trachea here, and then your common carotid artery here. So this is your thyroid artery, thyroid gland, okay? Now coming to the thyroid hormones, I think I have already discussed this also. Thyroxine and triiodothyronine, they are the hormone produced by thyroid gland, okay? When you say thyroid hormone, there are 2 hormones, okay? T3 and T4. T3 and T4 are being stimulated by thyroid stimulating hormone, okay, from the anterior pituitary gland. So what is the function of T3 and T4? All right, T3 and T4 are essential for normal growth and development. Okay, I might ask you an example, so remember. Okay, what is the function of thyroxine and triiodothyronine? Okay, T3 and T4, your answer will be they are essential for normal growth and development, especially your skeletal system and nervous system. Okay, most other organ and system are also influenced by thyroid hormone. Okay, the physiological effect of T3 and T4 on heart, skeletal muscle, skin, digestive, and reproductive system are most evident when there is underactivity or overactivity of the thyroid gland and can be profound in childhood. All right. So the effect of T3 and T4, they have an influence on your heart, on your skeletal muscle, on your skin, digestive system, and reproductive system. That means that your thyroid hormone is connected with many organs of your body. All right. So now coming to the another hormone, that is calcitonin. Okay, this calcitonin is secreted by the C glands, C cells in the thyroid gland. So what are the hormone that is produced by thyroid gland? You have your T3, T4, your thyroid stimulating hormone, and again the next hormone is calcitonin. Okay, so calcitonin, they lowers the raised blood calcium level. All right, so it acts by acting your calcitonin hormone. They will act on your bone cell. Okay, and then they will promote the storage of calcium inside the bone. Okay, do you know inside the bone the calciums are being stored? All right, so what is the function of this calcitonin? They will promote this storage of the calcium inside the bone. Okay, and even this calcitonin, they act on the kidney tubules. So here they inhibit, okay, they stop the reabsorption of the calcium. Okay, so if they absorb or if they stop the reabsorption of the calcium in the kidney tubule, then they promote the storage of the calcium in the bone. Did you get my point? So release of the calcitonin is stimulated by increasing blood calcium level. Okay, when your blood contains too much of calcium, then they will release this calcitonin. Okay, so that the storage of the calcium will be promoted inside the bone cell. Okay, so next come to the parathyroid gland. Okay, there are 4 small parathyroid glands, each weighing about 50 gram. Okay, they are embedded in the thyroid gland. You can remember in thyroid gland you will see like 4 like pair hold organ. They are the parathyroid gland. Okay, they are the small parathyroid gland weighing up around 5 gram. Okay, they are embedded. Okay, they are embedded in the posterior surface of each lobe of the thyroid gland. All right, so there are 5 connective tissue capsule. Okay, so they are your thyroid cartilage or Adam's apple, which are very prominent in guy. Okay, especially in a guy they will be very prominent. This is also known as the Adam's apple, that is the thyroid cartilage. Okay, so now you can see the dot, or like in this thyroid gland you can see one like 4 dot organs. Okay, they are the parathyroid gland. They are embedded in the posterior thyroid, which weighs about 50 grams. Okay, so what is the function of the parathyroid hormone? Okay, these glands secrete parathyroid hormone. Okay, the hormone is parathormone. Okay, what is the function? What is the hormone produced by parathyroid gland? The hormone is parathyroid hormone, that is your PTH, parathormone. Okay, they are also regulated by serum calcium level. All right, so the main function of parathyroid hormone is to increase the blood calcium level. Okay, when you don't have enough blood in your enough calcium in your blood, then this parathyroid hormone they will produce from the parathyroid gland, and then they will draw the calcium which is stored in your bone. Did you remember the function of the calcitonin? The calcitonin, they will promote the storage of calcium in the bone. But what happened to this parathyroid hormone? It is a complete opposite. Okay, this parathyroid hormone, they will draw the calcium which is stored in the bone to the blood. Did you get my point? The function of calcitonin and the function of parathyroid hormone is complete opposite. Okay, the calcitonin, they promote the storage of calcium in the bone cell. Remember this point. Okay, but in case of the parathyroid hormone, they draw the calcium which is being stored inside the bone. Okay, did you get my point? So now coming to the adrenal gland. Okay, the adrenal gland, they are the paired adrenal, suprarenal. Why supra? Supra is above, renal is kidney. Okay, which lies superior to the kidney. All right, so they are about 4 centimeter long and 3 centimeter thick. Okay, this is very small gland. Imagine 4 centimeter long and 3 centimeter thick. The adrenal glands are composed of the outer adrenal cortex and internal and adrenal medulla. Okay, there are 2 surfaces, adrenal gland, 2 surfaces. Okay, the outer is known as the adrenal cortex, and the inner is known as the medulla. Okay, cortex and medulla. There are about 40 different hormones which are collectively known as a corticosteroid. So what hormones? The adrenal gland, they produce which hormone? Corticosteroids. Okay, the complete loss of adrenocortical hormone will lead to death within a few days of week due to dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. If your body doesn't produce these corticosteroids, okay, just in few days to the week, you will die because of dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. Now tell me, what are the some of the electrolyte present in the blood in your body? Tell me first here, answer me, what are the some of the electrolyte that is present in your body? Tell me, what are the some of the electrolytes present in our body? Your sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium. Don't you remember? Sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium. These are all the electrolyte which is present in our body. Okay. So now you see, right on the top of the kidney, there stands your adrenal gland. Okay, the right and the left. The outside is the cortex. The inner is the medulla. Okay. They produce which hormone? Corticosteroid hormone. Okay, more than 44 corticosteroid hormones are being produced. Okay, now, so what are the hormones of the adrenal gland? I told you they produce many hormones. Okay, the cortex, they produce different hormone. The medulla, the medulla, they produce different hormone. The cortex is the outer part. Okay, the medulla is the inner part. So your adrenal cortex, they produce hormone cortisol, corticosterone, cortisone, aldosterone, and androgen. Okay, remember this point. This hormone, this might come in your exam. It should be, you should remember this hormone. So what are the hormones which are produced by adrenal cortex? They are cortisol, your corticosterone, your cortisone, aldosterone, and androgen. Okay, and then your adrenal medulla, that is your inner, okay, the inner part of your adrenal gland, they produce epinephrine and norepinephrine. All right, remember this point. Epinephrine and norepinephrine produced by adrenal medulla. Adrenal cortex, they produce, or it's adrenal cortex is C. Okay, cortex C. So they produce like C started with the C, like 3 hormones and A. Okay, 3C and 2A: cortisol, cortisterone, cortisone, aldosterone, and androgen. But in case of medulla, the inner one, epinephrine and norepinephrine. So now let's see. Okay, the adrenal cortex, the outer one, they produces 3 groups of steroid hormone from cholesterol. They are collectively known as the adrenocorticoids or corticosteroids. Okay, the groups are glucocorticoids, mineralocorticoids, and sex hormone. Okay, your adrenal cortex, they produce 5 hormone. Okay, these 5 hormone, they are collectively known as the corticosteroid. Okay, out of these 5 hormone, again, they are grouped as, some of them are grouped as glucocorticoids, some of them are grouped as mineralocorticoids, some of them are grouped as sex hormone. Okay, out of these 5 hormone, the hormone in each group have different characteristic action. Okay, so now coming to the glucocorticoids. So glucocorticoids, this comes under your cortisol. Okay, the cortisol is the hormone produced by your adrenal cortex. All right, so cortisol is also known as a hydrocortisone, is the main glucocorticoid. Okay, when you say glucocorticoid, cortisol comes under. Okay, but small amount of corticosteroid and cortisone are also produced. Okay, these glucocorticoids comes under 3 hormones. Okay, the main is cortisol. Okay, the main hormone is cortisol, but corticosterone and cortisone are also produced in very less amount. So commonly these 3 hormones are known as a steroid. Okay, your cortisol, cortisterone, and cortisone, they are known as the steroid hormone. They are essential for life, regulating your metabolism and response to the stress. Okay, so what are the steroids hormone? Now you tell me, what are the 3 steroids hormone? What are the 3 steroids hormone? Now you tell me. First year, you tell me, what are the 3 cortisol, what are the steroid hormone, what are glucocorticoids? Which hormone comes under glucocorticoids? First year, anybody? Akansha Goigoi. So what are the glucocorticoid hormones, or what are the steroid hormone produced by adrenal gland? Now you tell me. Alisa Rahman, Anamika Basumatri. Where are you, all of you? What are you doing? Are you listening to my class, or you are doing something else? Chayanika. Now nobody is responding. What is happening first year? Lalita Basumatri. All of you turn your video on your video now. All of you, all of you. All of you turn your video now. Are you guys listening to the class or you're doing something else? Listening to the class. Now you tell me what are the steroid hormone? Which hormone are known as a steroid hormone? Yes, tell me now. Which hormone are also known as a steroid hormone? Why nobody is answering? Don't you understand the class? My class is not effective. Why do I feel like my classes are not effective?
Ma'am, glucocorticoids, androgens.
So glucocorticoid, there comes 3 hormones. These 3 hormones are also known as the steroid hormone. So I'm asking you, what is the 3 hormones? It is present in the slide also. It is present in the slide.
Ma'am, cortisol.
Cortisol.
Corticosterone and cortisone.
So your adrenal gland, they produces like what are the 2 parts of your adrenal gland? Now you tell me. Adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. Okay, so what are the hormones produced by your cortex, adrenal cortex? This is the slides, it's there. These are the hormones that are produced by your adrenal cortex. Now you just have to pronounce 3C and 2A. So what are the hormones produced by adrenal cortex? Your cortisol hormone, corticosterone, and cortisone. So these 3 hormones, your cortisol, corticosterone, and cortisone, they are known as a steroid hormone. Okay, did you understand? These 3C, okay, cortisol, corticosterone, and cortisone, they are known as a steroid hormone. These three hormones are classified as glucocorticoids. All right. Now your medulla produces epinephrine and norepinephrine. Now let's see, okay, glucocorticoid. So this steroid hormone are cortisol, and corticosterone. Okay, 3C, corticosterone, cortisone, and cortisol. They are known as a steroid hormone. Okay, they are stimulated by adrenocorticotropic hormone from the anterior pituitary and by stress. Okay, if you have any stress or if the pituitary gland, they are going to produce this hormone. All right, from the anterior pituitary gland also. Okay, the glucocorticosteroid have an anti-inflammatory action. Okay, they also have this anti-inflammatory action. So that is why when you have any fever or when you have any inflammation, the doctor prescribed this steroid. Okay, dexamethasone, methylprednisolone, the steroids. Why? They have this anti-inflammatory action. Okay, so now coming to the mineralocorticoids. Okay, what is mineralocorticoid? Mineralocorticoid are also known as aldosterone. Aldosterone is the main mineralocorticoid. It is involved in maintaining water's and electrolyte imbalance. Okay, name me some electrolyte present in our body. As I told you just now also, what are some of the electrolyte present in the body?
Sodium, potassium,
calcium. Calcium and magnesium. Okay, so this aldosterone, they are the main mineralocorticoid. Okay, they maintain your water and electrolyte balance. Okay, through a negative feedback system, it stimulates the reabsorption of the sodium in the renal tubules and excretion of potassium in the urine. Okay, The main function of your aldosterone is they will reabsorb your sodium in the renal tubules and they will excrete potassium in the urine. Okay. Sodium reabsorption is accompanied by retention of water, and therefore aldosterone is involved in the regulation of blood volume and blood pressure. Okay, so aldosterone main function is your retention of your reabsorption of sodium in the renal tubule and excretion of potassium. Plus, they are also involved in your blood pressure regulation. Okay, because they regulate your blood volume. So this aldosterone, they have an action in the blood pressure too. All right. Okay, so blood potassium level also regulate aldosterone secreted by adrenal cortex. When your blood potassium level rises, more aldosterone is secreted. Okay, when your blood potassium level is rises, okay, more aldosterone is secreted, so that your potassium will go away in the urine. All right. Low potassium has the opposite effect also. Angiotensin also stimulate the release of aldosterone. Okay. So now we have come to another system. Okay, renin angiotensin aldosterone system. Okay, RAAS. All right. So now leave this slide. Okay, now RAS I will tell you in the next slide. Now let's come to the sex hormone. So as you can see from the previous slides also, okay, there are two hormone which are produces from the adrenal cortex. Okay, androgen. You remember this, the last hormone produces by the your adrenal cortex, androgen. Okay, so now let's see that, and sex hormone. The sex hormones which are secreted by the adrenal cortex are mainly androgen. All right. The male sex hormone, although the amounts produced are insignificant compared with this secreted by the testes and ovaries in late puberty and adulthood. Okay. What are your male sex hormone? Your androgen. Okay, which is secreted by your adrenal cortex, androgen. All right. So they are secreted by your testes and ovaries. Okay, your androgen are secreted by testes and ovaries in late puberty in and adulthood. All right. So now we have done with your adrenal cortex. Okay, the outer part. Now we have come to the medulla. Okay, the adrenal medulla, they produce two hormones. What are the two hormones? Now you tell me. What are the two hormones produced by adrenal medulla?
Epinephrine and non-epinephrine.
Yes, very good. Epinephrine and norepinephrine. Okay, the medulla is completely surrounded by adrenal cortex. Okay, so they produce hormones like epinephrine. Epinephrine. The another name of epinephrine is adrenaline. Okay, you will find people saying adrenaline or epinephrine. Okay, 80% epinephrine they will produce. Okay, and noradrenaline, that is also known as the norepinephrine. Adrenaline is also known as the norepinephrine. Epinephrine is also known as the adrenaline. Okay. So now let's see what is adrenaline and noradrenaline. Okay, the function. Noradrenaline is a postganglionic neurotransmitters of the sympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system. All right. Noradrenaline and some noradrenaline release into the blood from the adrenal medulla during stimulation of sympathetic nervous system. The action of these hormones prolong and augments stimulation of sympathetic nervous system. Okay. So what is the action of this noradrenaline and adrenaline is? They stimulate your sympathetic nervous system. Okay, what is that? Do you know the meaning of sympathetic nervous system? Sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system. Have you got? Have you come across a term? Sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. This epinephrine and norepinephrine. Okay, this adrenaline and noradrenaline, they are going to act on your sympathetic nervous system. Especially they are going to act on your blood vessel. Okay, they are going to constrict your blood vessel and they are going to increase your blood pressure. All right, they are going to increase your systemic vascular resistance. All right, did you understand? They will compress. Okay, they will constrict your blood vessel. Did you understand? The adrenaline and noradrenaline, they act on sympathetic nervous system. Especially they will constrict your blood vessel and they will increase your systemic vascular system. Or if your systemic vascular resistance is increased, your blood pressure will be increased. Did you get my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Whether you guys understood or you just saying simply yes. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is another name of adrenaline and noradrenaline?
Epinephrine and norepinephrine.
Okay, let's come to the pancreas. Okay, the pancreas is classified is both as the endocrine and exocrine. Because why the pancreas is known as the both as the exocrine and endocrine? Give me one reason. As I told you in the first class itself, why pancreas is known as the both exocrine and endocrine.
Ma'am, because pancreas secrete enzyme also.
Yes, go on.
And pancreas secrete enzyme.
Enzyme, which enzyme?
Pancreatic juice, ma'am.
Pancreatic juice, okay. And then which hormone is produced by pancreas? Which hormone is produced by pancreas? Now tell me.
Insulin.
Insulin.
Okay, insulin. Okay, insulin, glucagon. There are many hormones produced by pancreas. Your insulin, your glucagon hormone. Okay, the enzyme produced by the pancreas is your pancreatic juice. Okay, which contains trypsin or chymotrypsin. All right. Now let's see the pancreas. It is classified as both as endocrine and exocrine gland. It will be discussed. Okay, so there are three main types of the cell present. Okay, there are three main. This is very important. I may ask you in your exam for 2 marks and 3 marks also. Okay, there are three types of the cells in the pancreatic. Okay, in the pancreas, they are alpha cell, beta cell, and delta cell. Okay, alpha, beta, and delta cell. This alpha cell, they produce glucagon. They secrete glucagon, and your beta cell, they secrete insulin, and your delta cell produce, okay, somatostatin. Okay, you remember this 3 point: alpha, beta, and delta. The alpha cell, they produce glucagon. The beta cell, they secrete insulin, and your delta cell secretes somatostatin. Okay, remember these three. All right. So the normal blood glucose level is from 63, 70 to 140. Okay, you leave this, you all guys knows about this. Okay, so your blood glucose levels are controlled by action of insulin and glucagon. Okay, glucagon, remember, okay, glucagon increase your blood glucose level. Okay, I might ask you what is the function of glucagon. So your answer will be glucagon increases your blood sugar level, your blood glucose level, and insulin reduces your blood glucose level. All right. So what are the three cells of the pancreas? Now you tell me.
Alpha, beta, delta.
Okay, alpha cell produce which hormone?
Glucagon.
Glucagon. So what is the action of glucagon?
Control blood glucose level.
It increases the blood glucose level. Okay, what about insulin? Insulin?
Reduce blood glucose level.
They reduce the blood glucose level. Okay, so now let's say insulin. What is the main function of insulin? The main function of insulin is to lower your blood nutrients levels. Okay, not only glucose, even for amino acid and fatty acid also. Okay, just remember the point: insulin, they are going to reduce your blood glucose level. Okay, the effects so you just remember this point. The function of insulin is to lower your blood glucose level. Okay. So how does this insulin work? Okay, to lower your blood glucose level. Okay. So insulin, they act as a carrier. Okay, they act as a carrier. So they act on a cell membrane and they stimulate the uptake and use of the glucose by muscles and connective tissue. Okay, when you ingest something, there's your food particles are being break down to glucose, and after this, your insulin, okay, they are going to use this. They are going to the insulin. They will be they are like they update. Okay, they uptake this glucose and they will transfer. They are like transporter. They will transport your glucose by the help of this insulin, okay, to the muscle and to the connective tissue. All right, so that your muscles and connective tissue are getting your glucose in order to work, in order to function it. All right. So increasing conversion of glucose to glycogen, especially in the livers and skeletal muscle. Okay, this is another function. Okay, they also uptake amino acid by the cell. Okay, synthesis of the protein. Now, especially the main function you have to remember is they act on the cell membrane and they stimulate the uptake, okay, and use of the glucose by the muscles and connective tissue. All right. So insulin, the main function, the main point is insulin help in reducing the blood glucose level. Okay. So now come to the glucagon. So what do you mean by glucagon? Glucagon increases the blood glucose level by stimulates the conversion of glycogen to glucose in the liver and skeletal muscle. Okay. So now your conversion of glycogen to glucose. I think all of you have studied glycogenolysis, right? So the function of glucagon is to increase the blood glucose level. How they are going to increase this blood glucose level? By conversion, by breakdown of this glycogen to the glucose, okay, especially in the liver and in your muscles. All right. So when you have low blood glucose level or when you exercise, okay, your glucagon is going to produce, okay. So if your glucagon hormone is produced, then your blood glucose level will be rise. So now coming to the somatostatin, okay, it is produced by hypothalamus, okay, they inhibit the secretion, okay. This, what is the action of somatostatin is, they will inhibit, okay, they will stop the secretion of both insulin and glucagon, in addition to inhibition of the secretion of growth hormone from insulin, okay. The action of the somatostatin hormone is to stop the secretion of both insulin and glucagon. All right. So I might ask you for one more also, what is the action, what is the function of somatostatin? Your answer will be, they inhibit the secretion of both the insulin and glucagon hormone. All right. So now we have come to the pineal gland. So the pineal gland is a small body which is attached to the roof of the third ventricle. Okay, they are present in your hypothalamus. Okay, with many of which are in the hypothalamus. The pineal gland is about like 10 millimeter long. Okay, just 10 millimeter. How small it is? This is just a small gland. Okay, 10 millimeter long, reddish brown in color, surrounded by capsule. Okay, these glands they will become atrophy after puberty, okay, and they may become even calcified in later life also, okay. They are just 10 millimeter long, which is present in your third ventricle, okay, in your brain, third ventricle in your brain, which is about just 10 millimeter long, okay. Did you see the pineal gland, which is being colored in lavender? Did you see it is present in your third ventricle in your brain? It's just about 10 millimeter long. All right, they become atrophy after your puberty, okay, and even some may be calcified. All right. So what is the function? Okay, what is the function? The function is remains unclear. Okay, but one important function is they produce melatonin. What is the action of this melatonin? They induce sleep. Okay, they induce sleep and they induce your biological clock. All right. So I might ask you, what is the important function of pineal gland? You have to say the function of pineal gland is production of melatonin. Okay, what is this melatonin? This hormone they produce sleepiness. Okay, they regulate your sleep body mechanism, especially your body biological clock. All right. So now we have come to the ovaries and testes. Okay, the ovaries and testes, they are your reproductive organ. They are also referred as the gonads. Okay, when people say gonad, you have to understand they are talking about ovaries and testes. All right, the ovaries are the female gonads. Okay, they are located in your pelvic cavity. They secrete estrogen and progesterone, which are responsible for the development or maintenance of sexual female characters. All right, your estrogen and your progesterone, okay, they help in the development of your female sexual characteristic, okay, as well as regulating female reproductive system, okay. So now the ovaries also produce the hormone called relaxin, okay. They soften your connective tissue in preparation for childbirth. So now main thing is you have to remember, when people start talking about gonad, you have to remember they're talking about your testes and ovaries, okay. Your ovaries they secrete hormones like estrogen and progesterone, which helps in the development of female sexual character, okay. Even the testes, which is present in your male, okay, they are located in your scrotum, okay. The testes which are located in the scrotum, they secrete testosterone, okay, which is responsible for the development of the male sexual character. All right. Your ovaries and testes, ovaries produce two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Your testes produce testosterone. All right. So now in this picture, you have seen the uterus, your fallopian tubes. This is your ovaries, your cervix, and your vagina. And then here, for the male, this is a testis. Okay, this is the here is your epididymis, your testis, and your outer covering is the scrotum. Okay, the testis produce testosterone. So now let's see thymus. I think thymus we have already seen in the lymphatic system also. Do you want me to discuss again? Okay, so let's go very quick. Okay, the thymus gland was studied in lymphatic system also. They produce the hormone thymosin. Okay, the thymus gland produces a hormone that is known as a thymosin. What is the function of thymosin? They help in the maturation of T cell. Okay, your T cell are nothing but your white blood cells. Okay, which fights against your foreign antigen. All right. The T cells are the white blood cells which fights against the foreign antigen. So what happened to thymus? The thymus, they help in the maturation of this T cell. Okay. So you can see where is the thymus location of now. It is present in your just below your breastbone. Okay. So they also produce some hormones like histamine, which helps in the inflammatory response, serotonin, and then prostaglandin. Okay. Now the last three slide is not very important. Leave about this. Okay. So now you answer me. So what are the hormones of pituitary gland? Very quick. The meeting is about to end in 2 minutes. Okay. Answer me very quick. What are the hormones of anterior pituitary glands?
Growth hormone.
Huh?
Growth hormone.
Huh?
Luteinizing hormone.
Huh?
Luteinizing hormone.
Huh?
Thyroid
Gonadotropin
stimulating
hormone.
hormone.
Okay. What are the hormones produced by pituitary gland? Yes.
Ma'am, growth hormone, follicular stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone.
Posterior pituitary, they produce two hormones. Did you remember your antidiuretic hormone? And the anterior pituitary, they produce this growth hormone, luteinizing hormone, follicular stimulating hormone, and then prolactin hormone. But your posterior pituitary, they produce antidiuretic hormone. Did you remember, or you forgot already? Antidiuretic hormone. You remember in the first slides?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, what is also known as a muscle gland of our body?
Pituitary gland.
Pituitary gland.
Pituitary
Okay. What is the
gland.
function? What is T4 and T3 full form? Okay, study all this question. Okay, what is T3? What is T4? What is the function of T3, T4? What is the function of procalcitonin? Okay, which hormone lowers the blood calcium level? Now you answer me very quick. Which hormone lowers the blood calcium level? Which hormone raises the blood
Calcitonin.
calcium level? Okay, calcitonin and parathyroid hormone. Okay, calcitonin and PTH hormone. Okay, so what are the hormones of adrenal cortex? What are the hormones of adrenal medulla? I think all of you have known this. Okay, what is the hormones of pineal gland? Your time, what is the hormones of pineal gland? Answer me.